Ooh. Good morning. Everything here is a little bit dark. Okay, I changed some settings. It looked good on a different camera, so I'll have to change it back. Sorry about that. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Sorry about yesterday. It all caught up with me. I've been going nonstop since I left Colorado on a week ago Friday, and kind of all caught up to me yesterday. It was a little exhausted and I'm not feeling the greatest. So I took a personal day and a self-care day. So I apologize for that. If and I got a little bit of work done, so I was able to get some things done. And sleep a lot. Oh, I slept a lot. So anyway, let's get started. So the two videos that I was going to post from my trip to Utah and the Ouray videos, I still have not posted those. I tried working on the Utah one, and again, there's so many pictures and stuff. I need to go through it, and it moves really, really slow, and my patience was running thin. So I just kind of put that aside for now. Hopefully sometime this week, those will just pop up and you'll just see them. So I won't make any, I may make an announcement about it and I may not. So, all right. So just watch for those. I do want to give a little shout out to Quilty Byrd Piecing, Alesha. She is sewing along with the Sweater Weather block of the, I think it's a weekly block of the week that I posted to Facebook. Good morning, Alesha. So she's sewing along with that in her block. And her first block is absolutely stunning. And so everybody go out there and subscribe to her channel and watch her updates as they come out. Good job, Alesha. I love that block. And the one on the back of the wall is fabulous. Lori. Okay, Lori and I had a chat this weekend too, and I will talk about that when we get to that sew along. And so I'm going to do some announcements first. So that way, if you're not interested in the updates and what I've completed since our last video, you can halt here. But I do have a couple of blocks of the month that I would like to announce that I have found. So the first one is, and I posted both of these to Facebook, to my Facebook page, but New Year's Day, Stitchin Heaven and Tiffany Hayes and Rob Appell will be doing a mystery quilt along, and it's going to be live on YouTube, so you can use the links. I have the links below where you can go to it and sign up for it, and also on my Facebook page. So if you're interested in that, but it is a New Year's Day mystery quilt along. Oh, let's see, what else information can I share with you? There's going to be prizes up for grabs along the way. And let's see, mark your calendar for January 1st and secure your spot today. Let's start the new year with stitches, smiles, and pure joy of quilting. That sounds exciting. I love mysteries. So I will follow along. I think I'll watch for the first couple of blocks to see if it's something I'm actually going to want to join in on. So take a look at that one. Because January 1st, I want to do blocks of the month. So that way I don't have to do like one block or maybe 4 blocks or something per month. So because these blocks of the week, whew, they are tiring. The next one is all so cute as all can be. And if you're Elizabeth Hartman picture pattern person, this one is for you. This is the purple version. There's also a pink version. I've got links below to the quilt. I keep forgetting who does this. This is the Quilt Spot. The Quilt Spot. They got good ones. They have some really good ones. And I'll be watching. I'm going to be going through some websites today and tomorrow, and I should have many more. But this one here, isn't it just freaking cute? I love this purple version. I really, really do. So this one is starting, let's see. So it's an Elizabeth Hartman pattern done with Kona solids, and you can buy kits. The pink and the purple versions are available. And this is a program that runs for 11 months. And I think it starts, it starts in January too, I think. Oh, no, program starts in October. This one goes for 11 months starting in October. So there is ghosts and bat, a cat, a witch, pumpkins, stars, owls, spiders, candy corn, candy rolls. Oh, isn't it just adorable? It is 66 by 82. And you can buy backing for this separately. I think it's a black with white stars and moons and stuff on it. Yeah, the quilt spot is fabulous. And I need to pay more attention to this, Alesha. I really do, because I saw this and I was like, ah, I love that one. And blocks of the month, those are much more manageable financial wise. And so is the piecing part of it. So yeah, you can monthly charge for the block of the month is $22.25 per month plus the $4.95 shipping and handling. International customers need to contact for shipping rates. But it says that I'm assuming that the kits come with the pattern. I don't know if you can buy the pattern separately, but we can do some searching around to see if this is out there somewhere. So you can put a reservation out there now so that you can get a kit along with it. But this, I love this one. I might sign up for this one. Starts in October, next month. Yay. There you go. Oh, Alesha, get the kit. Oh, good. It's only $135 for the kit. And yes, the pattern is awesome. Cool. So yeah, $135 really isn't bad. Again, a PayPal payment plan. Yeah. Okay. So that's all the announcements I have right now, but I hope to have more tomorrow and the rest of the week as I do some more research on that in between doing my assignments this week. So today I have 2 new assignments for sew-alongs and quilt-alongs that I am participating in. The first one is Laundry Basket Quilts. This is the block. I am not going to do a fabric pull on this one because each of the blue squares, I could just pull 12 different ones from this for this. So I don't need to go and do a fabric pull other than maybe the backgrounds, but I'm thinking I might go with my plain one. I'll have to look into it a little bit more, but I've got a lot to share today. So I'm not going to pull any blue fabrics today. And I will hopefully have this complete and ready to show you tomorrow. Here's where I am with block 37. I've got part of it done. I still have to cut the pieces to do these units right here on the corners, but I've got this much done and I have to cut the background for my heart that I'm doing along with each of the blocks. So that's what I got going so far. That's as far as I've gotten, but I hope to get this completed today as well. So that's kind of my biggest assignment, is to do the Laundry Basket Quilts weekly ones. So, I'll look into that, Alesha. Connecting Threads is a new box called Meadowlark using their new fabric. I'll have to look at that one too. So I will put Connecting Threads on my list as well as websites to look at for blocks of the month. So these are the fabrics that I'll be cutting for those corner units. So I will get that taken care of. I think there's also a different background on that one. So this background as well. So I've got 3 fabrics to cut and to get that block complete. And then I can have this one checked off the to-do list. I think I'm done with this background. This was that polka dot that's got some red and light blues and dark blues. So yeah, boom. All my fellow quilt boomers. All right. So that is Laundry Basket Quilts update. And I will will set this aside. So the other thing that I did was I put my table on risers. I just felt like I needed to stand up every now and again. And I thought it would be, hello, Joyce. Thanks for joining our live today. I love to have new faces. Well, new names popping up. So the next new assignment for today is for the Little Pink Homestead. That is this quilt here by Charisma Horton of Charisma Horton Designs. Links are all below. I got today's assignment, which is all of these little, I can't share the pattern with you. You have to sign up and get it yourself. Yeah, I cut butter standing too. Is 8 of these Dresden plate blocks. So I've got this to do. And this is, so every other Tuesday we get a new assignment. So this is my assignment for the next 2 weeks, is to get these blocks done. So I'll do a fabric selection. I'll go through my stash is what I'm using and pull out some fabrics. These look like they're solids, but I may pull solids and I may pull a print if that is much better for it. But I'm just pulling from my stash. It's a very scrappy, all colorful. I am going to do, when we get to the homestead, to the barn, I am going to do that in pink. But all the rest of it is very scrappy. So I'm going to do mine in a very scrappy manner as well. So here is my update on where I am with this one as of the last assignment. I've got 2 of the hearts made and I've got 2 more yet to go. And these go together so fast. I did these really quickly before the video. So I at least had something done. So I am going to be taking care of the last of those 2 so I can start pulling fabric for these 8 Dresdens. I haven't made a Dresden in a long time, so I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. So that is the update on that. So next I'll give you an update on what I have done on other projects. Oh, I gotta put that in there too. Okay. So I can give you an update on the Hometown Holiday Sampler. I finished the first assignment. I've got all 15 of my twinkle stars done. And I am ready to start cutting for assignment 2, which is for other stars. And I can't guarantee that I will have that done today, but I do intend to get that because the next assignment is on these assignments are every Saturday. So I do have to have that completed by Saturday. So yeah, aren't they the cutest? But what was so funny, and they're just sitting next to each other, so it looks like some points are cut off, but they're not. But I was having some issues. I did 3 of them where I had like the top one in the wrong position, and I did them 3 in a row that way. So I had to rip it out and do them all over again. So that reminds me that there was a question by a viewer on Facebook about when I posted my picture of the posies, the finished flimsy top, that blocks were coming out small. And as I was doing the sew and flips for these, it kind of hit me. So I've been known about this because I watched Lori Holt sew things, and I watched Aditya Sittar from Laundry Basket Quilts stitch things. But as you make each little unit, so when you do the little sew and flip, before you even, once you've ironed it over, pressed it over, make sure that it's like in the right spot. And then what I do is I will then, before I cut off the flipped portion, the underlayment, I will measure it first too, to make sure that it's still the size that it's supposed to be. and then I will go through and cut off the back parts. So then when I put these together, I put these two ends on this one, and then I measured that whole unit before I even attached it to the next one, and so on and so forth, to make sure that it was the right size, to make sure that my 1/4 inch was my 1/4 inch. And what I've been finding, and this with this machine and another machine that I have as well, I had to do a scant little 1/4 of an inch. That also gives me a little bit of extra wiggle room to kind of do some trimming of the whole block when it's all done. So, but I make sure everything is the right size. So I don't know if that will help with trying to figure out why your blocks aren't coming out the size that they need to be. But, and I wasn't always really good about measuring each of the units, but I did do it with each and every single one of these. So, and they are perfect 3.5-inch squares, I might add. I was pretty proud of myself for doing that, but it's a nice little trick and a tip to do that. The other thing that I do with sew and flips, and I learned this from Lisa Bonjean at Primitive Gatherings, is I put a towel down, and it's just got bleach stains on it, but I put a towel down, so when you're got these little bitty half square triangles, you can just one right after the other, and they don't slide across your board like the board that I have underneath here. It's very smooth, and they would slide across, and I couldn't get it. But if you put a towel down, the little terry things on here grip everything, and they stay, and they come out way flatter too. They help. And I don't know if that's my new iron that's helping too. But these are, and I opened some seams on these, but the ones where I didn't open the seams, they're just as flat as the ones that I did when I pressed them open. So I am very happy with the way that those turned out. They look very professional, I might say. So I now have to do the next assignment that's due by Friday evening, because Saturday we get a new one. But it is the little stars and those little shoe fly things. No, it's not the shoe fly things. Yeah, it is. There's a couple shoe fly. So it's the Glitter Holiday Star Blocks and the Cozy Holiday Star Blocks, which are these two stars right here. 1 and 2 of those. So I only have 4 star blocks, which should be extremely simple to do. I should have no trouble getting that assignment completed. 15 of these, that was a little bit more tedious. So, but I got it complete. I'm happy and I'm good. So I'm on schedule. I'm on track with everything right now. I'm feeling really good about it. So the other thing, and I'm going to save the red stars at night, Lori, to last, because that's quite a discussion. And so also this weekend, I got for the Ode to the National Parks Block Wednesday sew along with Pat Sloan, my fabric finally came. I ordered this second, and it came, or first, and it came last. But I've got my bundles. I've got 32 fat quarters here, which is more than enough. And see, you can't even see it. I changed but it is dark browns and burgundies, dark deep reds, and and golds and oranges and teals and blues there. These are lighter. You can see these a little bit better. But I've got this, and this is, I had to keep the Quiet Grace by Kim Deal, and that's what I am sewing this project with, because I thought it all went very nicely with this panel that I got, which is basically going to be my label, because I'm putting this on the back that I got while I was in Utah at Canyonlands. So I thought these fabrics would work out very nice with this. So I thought it'd be great. So I am going to do that. So I have the fabric here and ready so that I can get block number 1 complete, because tomorrow comes block number 2. So I'm looking, isn't it pretty? Yeah. So I am looking forward to getting those cut today so I can get this block done. So I want to get block 37 done for Laundry Basket Quilts and this block done today for sure. Those are my high priorities. The background fabric that I got is from the line as well. And it is this one. It's got a little, they're little leaves. One's a little darker brown and one's a little tanner brown. So that's the background for that. This block I don't believe is going to need one of those, but I have planned to do it in a brown and orange. I'm going to pull those out. I don't know. They just caught my eye right off the bat, and I'm going to do that in these browns and oranges. Let me get this rolled out here. Okay. Take these out of here. These are the greens. See, they're so dark, and I changed the contrast, I think, on my camera, and so you can't really see them as well. I'll continue to show them as the weeks go through, but as we get going on this project. But these browns and oranges, they just caught my eye off the bat because that's just what I wanted to do. So again, you can't see them. Try this. We got this, and it's more of a gold. It's showing up really orange in there, so I'll change that. I don't want to, it's going to take too long for me to do it right now, but then there's this print. So I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to go scrappy with this one too. It'll be controlled scrappy, I'm sure. Probably just 2 fabrics, maybe 3. Yeah, one for the center. I'll pick out 3 of them. One for the center, one for the dark one, and one for the outside edge. So I will do that. But I am looking forward to getting these pressed and getting them cut for get that project going. All right. So now that I made mess that. So I'm ready to go on that. I have all the supplies I need. I finally got my fabric. I was a little worried there that it wasn't going to come till this week. So I'll set that aside. So then the other batch of fabric that I got is for the London Town sampler. This is also with Lori Holt, or not Lori Holt, with Pat Sloan, and starts on Thursday, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see first schedule. Yeah, the 19th. London Town quiltalong. So I received my fabric bundle. I ordered these last, and these came first. So this is my Liberty bundle. This is the Riley Blake Liberty. This is the blue China out of the Garden Party design, or Garden Party thing. So I've got blues. Hi, Polly. You love Kim Deal too? Oh my God. I'm just like enamored. So these are what I'm going to be using for London Town. These are the blues. Isn't they cute? Little birthday cakes and stuff. Jello mold or whatever. Oh my God, they're so cute. I love that. This one here is like a little cathedral. I love the florals. This one here, trees with deer. They're so cute. You've wanted to make a Dresden plate for ages. I know. I haven't made one for a long time. I might even show you what I was doing with my last Dresdens. So there's the blue package, the blue bundle. I'm doing it in blues and pinks. And this pink one has some greens and stuff in it too. But then this is the packet, the pinks and stuff that I got. And I probably, like I said, I mentioned the other day, I'm probably going to pull some reds out of my own stash and maybe some golds so that I can do, we'll see. There's one in here that's pretty almost red, but for the bus and for the guardsman and for the flag for the Union Jack. Because there's one in here that looked, well, on the website it looked more red, but these are all really pink. So we've got this floral piece and this floral one. Just loving this. This one here has got a drum, a horn, a violin, an accordion, a tambourine. Yeah, that is adorable. The little peacocks in the white, just like the blue one. Here's another little pink floral. I have some other actual Liberty fabrics too that are more pink that I can use. These are little vases with flowers. And this one here is still, this one's my favorite. The birthday cakes and stuff. The cakes and yeah, I love it. This floral, this tree and deer scene. This one here, I think, is the one that looks a little more red. So that might, but it's got big motifs on it. So I'm not sure how it'll fit in some of the smaller cut pieces, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. We got this pink one with little red flowers, pink and white and red flowers, and then this one here. So I'm really excited to cut into these. So I can't wait to watch Pat's video on Thursday to get started with this one. So I've got all the supplies I need for that as well and ready to go this week with that. So I won't be behind. All right. So now the last one is Red Sky at Night. And I was struggling with this one from the start because the pattern has us doing cutting first. So you cut all your squares, your rectangles, and you make units, and you make them all in the different fabrics, and you put them in little Ziploc baggies, and then you pull them out as you need them. Well, I like working one block at a time. And so I found that in the pattern, there are some pages that start on page 33, I believe, 31 or 33, 30-ish, something like that. There are each and all of the 49 blocks are listed that you have to make, the pieced blocks anyway. All of them are listed on different pages. It also has the sizes for the blocks that are needed that you would pull from your little Ziploc baggie of pre-cut fabrics. And then there are units that you would pull out. So when I can pull from my fabric what squares and rectangles, you know, the full pieces that I need. And when it comes to the units that need to be made, I'll just refer back to the unit page previously in the PDF. I didn't print out the PDF. It's 130 pages long. You have to buy it. And then, so I can't show you really anything. But this is the quilt. And I printed off this from my email, which has like some sort of a color scheme for it. So I was going to try to work from this if I could find the block in the mix of it all. But there are 49 pieced blocks. And I forget the number, but there's a number of EPP blocks too. So if that helps anybody determine or was struggling with the pattern and cutting everything up front and making units up front and then putting piece blocks together and is used to doing things like I do, one block at a time, we could do that. I've also split up the quilt-along schedule. I also printed off the coloring page so I can color if I wanted to. And then I remembered, ooh, I think there was a color picture. So I took it off of my email and blew it up. So I had this to kind of look at too and reference. And this is an every Friday project through December 13th, and it started on September 13th. Oh, what am I looking for here? So this is just the piece blocks only. You can do EPP only, piece blocks only, or all of it. And I intend to do all of it. And Lori and I both, from Quilting in the Country, she's in the chat, we're struggling with how we were going to do this. And I think I've worked out a plan, and I've already cut my first block, but I'm still looking for, what am I looking for? This one. So I printed off a new version of the schedule. And if we go through November 29th, you could do 4 piece blocks each week. So I was gonna try that schedule first and see if that would work, along with the 1 EPP block for the week. So it's 5 blocks that are due every week. So you'd have to do like 1 a day. That's a little busy. I can break it down even further and go a little longer and do 3 blocks a week, or even longer and do 2 blocks a week. But I have a feeling this one here, I'm not going to be able to keep up with. So I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 blocks a week of the piece blocks, along with, I should be able to do 1 EPP block a week without a problem, but it's the piece ones I may have some issues with. So here is what I did for piece block number 1. I laid it out on the board. I haven't cut it out, but it's not scrappy. It is and it isn't. It's a little controlled. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out some different 3 other blocks for this to try to make it a little bit more scrappy. But I kind of want to have it somewhat controlled, if you know what I mean. So like leave this as it is, but change these out and make them a little more scrappy. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. And then the same thing goes for the EPP block. So I need to lay this one out on a board, and I don't have one. So let's just take this apart, so I can show you what I chose for that one. So I've got it all glued to my index cards. That's what I use for EPP. So this is the block. And the other picture is you can color it if you wanted to. So let me lay this out for you. So I have my center block. I didn't have index cards didn't work for this size square. So I cut out a piece of cardboard from a mailing that I got in the mail. And then I did this. Let me see. I've got 1 section done, and I think I got another section done. So I've got that started with the blues and the purples. This is a darker purple than this. I was going to do them all 1 color, and then I thought, oh, got to go scrappy. So now I'm thinking I need to do my squares here again in different colors to go a little scrappy. These are the background pieces that fit in these sections here. I might be late with this one because I'm still trying to figure out my scrappiness portion of the part of this, because I wanted to go full tilt scrappy. And the only thing I went full tilt scrappy was with the 4 corners on this block. Was all in pinks and reds. But I was kind of going with that scheme. So I don't know. I might just continue to do this one this way, because I don't know that I want to rip out one of these. You're thinking 2 or 3 in 1 EPP. Yeah, I just don't know that I can keep up with the 4 a week. If for 49 blocks divided by the number of weeks that we're doing this, it would be 4 a week. And you'd still have a couple of weeks to kind of catch up with what you didn't get done. So, but I'm thinking this is what I'm going to do for that. But at least I got this part done. I was like thinking, those are a little cute. They are so cute. So, and I've only, well, I shouldn't say only done hexies, because I have done with Laundry Basket Quilts. We had one, and I scrapped it because the templates that I was provided and worked with and almost finished it were not the right size. So come to find out, 3 days after I had printed off my templates, a new version of the templates was provided, and I didn't catch it. So I then decided I was just going to scrap that block because there's more than enough blocks for the quilt. And but I was putting it together, and it was fun. It was interesting. But what I have never done before is done a piece block and an EPP block sewn together. So when I get done with this and start pulling out and try to get my 1/4 inch seam all the way around, I'm a little, I don't know how that's going to work because I've never done that before, but I've done it on, hexes that were just all hexes. So it should be a lot easier for this, I'm thinking. So I'll let you know how I do with that because I've never done that before, but I think it'll be interesting. So Lori, how are you doing? Did you get any cutting done? Did you make a block? Have you picked out fabrics and stuff? So I'm curious to know how you're coming along with that. But this is where I am, honey. And I don't know if others are having the same or wondering the same thing about this pattern because I've never cut and made units prior to putting a block together. And then just pulling from, bags to complete blocks. So, which I understand, and I get the concept of making it really scrappy that way. I get it now that I've been working with this for a little bit. But I did. It took me a good day to figure out. Well, no, it didn't because I went to work. And then I got back to Lori with, I think I've got a plan. So we'll see how this turns out, but I'm not going to work on that today either. So again, this is going to be, the next assignment is due on Friday. So this is a weekly thing. My first week, I'm going to really definitely be behind. You've made one block and working on the EPP. See, you're already ahead of me because I haven't made the block. I cut the fabric, but I'm thinking I want to make it a little bit more scrappy. So I guess I learned that I'm a little bit more controlled scrappy person when it comes to something like this, and I'm going outside my comfort zone to kind of throw in a bunch of other colors. So, and I don't think it'll be hard for me to get that into my routine and to make that work, but that is that. So this is again the red sky at night sew along. It's EPP and piece blocks. So if anybody has any questions about that, please let me know. I can be a little bit more specific if you want to, like page numbers and stuff like that. But I'm just following the piece blocks sections from 30 or 31, I think is the page number, so that up in the corner of each of the blocks, it has all of the instructions for what size pieces that you need. Waiting on some of my fabrics, I'm very controlled scrappy. Yes, I and it just comes naturally to make it controlled scrappy. There's more than one fabric in there, but it's symmetrical, even numbers and everything. So, and I understand when I watched your video that you're going to be working on this one later. So, and it's going to be a long-term project. And I completely understand that. This may end up being one of those as well for me because it's a lot. It's a lot to do, as well as in the hometown holidays sampler one. That's a lot too. Because the next assignment is a lot easier than this one, but I believe, I don't know, I'm looking ahead. The flicker block, I have to make 3 of those, and then the glisten block, I have to make 2 of those. So that's only 5 blocks. So for a while, it's going to be pretty simple. I think when we get to making these hollyberry things, because I think you have to make all of them in 1 week or something, if I remember correctly, along with something else, it gets a little bit more work, I believe. So yeah, the hollyberries is part of 2 other blocks. So that's a lot. If you ask me, that's a lot. So that's week 5. The Bright Holiday Star blocks, the Shimmer Holiday Star blocks, and the Hollyberries blocks. That's going to be a busy week on week 5. Is week 5, not week 5, October 5th. That is the day, not week 5. That'd be week 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it is still week 5 though. All right. So that's where I am so far. So again, the plan today is to finish up block 37 of Laundry Basket Quilts. I want to finish up my heart blocks too from the Little Pink Homestead so that I'm all ready to just jump into week 2's assignment. And then I want to get Block Wednesday done. So I'll do Little Pink Homestead after I do Block Wednesday. So tomorrow we will have our new assignment for home our national parks block Wednesday with Pass Long. So all right, you guys. Whew. That's a lot. It's a lot. But I think I've got a little bit of handle on it. And I am definitely going to be making changes to the schedule for the Red Sky at Night. Black Wednesday's quick. Yeah, I have a feeling I can get that one knocked out. Bing, bang, boom. So I'll get that one done. It's same with those little hearts that needed to be done for the Pink Homestead. Those went together so fast. Very fast. So I can get those 3 blocks done and work on my Laundry Basket Quilts. Little corner units that I need to get finished for block 37. So, all right, you guys, I will see you tomorrow where we will do a fabric pull for Block Wednesday with Pat Sloan for block number 2 and show you what I've done today. And any new announcements on any blocks of the month, quiltalongs or sew-alongs that I find along the way. You guys take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bye now.